Hey guys, I already filled in my eyebrows just because I feel like they take really long, or I take really long filling them in, and I just thought it'd be easier to skip this step and you guys know how I fill them in. So next what I'm gonna do today is do my eyes first and then the face last, because sometimes I feel like it's just cleaner. So I'm gonna clean up with concealer right under my eyebrow, and then with the rest of the concealer I'm just gonna drag it down onto my lid, blend it, and then set it with a translucent or pale eyeshadow to use it as my primer. Okay, so when you're done finished cleaning your eyebrows, like bottom and top, you really want to make sure you take a eyeshadow color that's gonna cover the concealer you'd use to drag down onto your eyelid as a primer. That's just gonna help everything stay matte, and that way it doesn't crease or turn creamy or anything like that. So I'm just taking an eyeshadow that looks similar to the color of the concealer that's on my lids to set it, because we seriously need this to be matte, because when you're blending your eyeshadows later you don't want like anything to crease or colors to be like smudging around and stuff like that. So it's important to set anytime you use something creamy to prime your lid, especially concealer, and even a cream based pot to prime your lid, it's important to set it with an eyeshadow. Okay, so for today we're going to use the L'Oreal La Palette Nude 2. It's the one that has the more pinkish, purplish, grayish tones in it. It looks like this. And I'm going to take shade number 1, 2, 3, 4, which is this one, shade number 4. And you want to be very light-handed with these because they are very pigmented. And we're going to use this color as our transition. Your transition does not go on your crease or below your crease. It literally goes right above where your brow bone is. So if you're not sure where your transition color is, feel where your brow bone is and blend. That's the area where you want your transition most of the time. This is where we're going to blend this color. Okay, so now that we have our transition color laid down, we're going to take the color that's going to smoke out in the outer corners, and we're also going to place that color on our lid because this is a brown smoky eye. What's really cool about it is that you don't have to worry about what color is going to go on your lid, what's going to go in your transition, what's going to go in your outer and inner corners. It's more all around based the same tones. So the brown that goes out in the crease to smoke out is also going to be placed on the lid. So for that one, we're going to use shade number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shade number 6, which is this nice in between grayish and chocolate brown. So yeah, we're going to take that color. Okay, so now that we have those corners smoked out, what you want to do is you want to take the same color, which is shade number 6, but this time I took a flat shader brush, and we're going to pick that up. Make sure you tap it because they are really pigmented, and we're going to start to place it onto the actual eyelid as our base color. So we're going to start from the outer corner, and then we're going to kind of start patting it inwards. So start from out here and then pat it inwards and stop about halfway, because that's as far as we want the brown to go, like that. See this lid and then this one? So pat it in halfway, because then we're going to take a nice shimmery inner corner highlight and bring it towards here. Okay, so basically what I did to prep the inner corners is I took shade number 1 from the palette, which is a very frosty nude. You can barely see it. It's just enough to give it a nice subtle glow. And now I'm gonna take my Mary-Lou-Manizer by the Balm and the same flat shader brush. Make sure it's clean. Take some of that inner highlight, and then right on top of the inner corner, I'm patting that, and then I'm slowly dragging it into the corner of the lid. Not entirely over the lid, just like the first inner part. Not even half, just like right here. Like that. Okay, so now we're gonna do our wing, and this is gonna be very tricky. This just depends on your eye shape and how high and how low or how curved or how straight or how far out you want your wing. I usually go about halfway to the tip of my eyebrow, which is usually where my eyeshadow ends. This part of my eyeshadow, I just start from down here and flick it out like that. And that's basically it. The rest is so easy, you just drag it in, but don't drag it in from all the way up here. Go about a little bit under halfway, and then drag it in. Like that. And it's not perfect, but once you fill it in, it will be. Okay guys, so I did my foundation, and for that I used my Neutrogena Healthy Skin foundation, and this is in the shade Natural Beige 60. It's pretty yellow toned. It's kind of warm, I guess you could say. I'm so glad that it's my color right now because I'm really pale again. And now I'm gonna highlight with my LA Girl HD Pro Concealer in the shade Creamy Beige. For those of you who are wondering, I forgot to mention, but for my eyeliner, I used the NYX Liquid Liner to do my eyeliner. So just a heads up, but no worries, I will have everything linked down below for you. The majority of the products in this video are drugstore. Okay, so this next product I'm taking is a setting powder for my under eye, and it's the Ben Nye Banana Luxury Powder. This is not a drugstore powder, but you can go in with any type of translucent, loose setting powder to set your concealer. Here I took my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and I'm just gonna take all the three bronzing shades and I'm gonna chisel out my cheekbones. But if you really wanted to, you could just use the NYX bronzer. I have it in the shade Hamptons Radiance because I used it at the end anyway to give my cheeks a nice bronzy glow. Here I took NYX pencil. It's probably black something, I don't know what it's called, but I just know it's black, to line my waterline. And then for my lips, I took NYX's new Liquid Suede lip products. They're not even liquid lipsticks. I think they're just called cream lipsticks. This one's in the shade Cherry Skies. I really love this color. Oh, and if you see all that white powdery stuff around my contour lines, that's Airspun powder, which is a drugstore setting powder. You can use that for your under eye setting area, and I like to use it right under my jawline structure or right under the hollow of my cheeks to really contour and define my contour. Then I took my gigantic fan brush and my Mary-Lou-Manizer by the Balm Cosmetics as an illuminating highlight. This is not drugstore. It is kind of expensive, but you can just find anything really, and this step's totally optional. You don't have to glow. I mean, it is a holiday look. You can just go matte. For lashes, I took Vegas Nay lashes in the style Grand Glamour, and these are my absolute favorite. They're drugstore. I think they're about $7 a pair, and they're totally worth it. I feel like they complement everybody's eye shape, and they're just amazing to top any look.